Your children. Some people tend to believe that vaccinating your children leads to autism. That would be a good reason not to get the vaccine, yes, but the doctor who actually came up with that conclusion lost his license due to the fact that it was proven wrong. Some people also tend to believe that vaccines still contain mercury. That is actually another myth because the vaccines have been remade to where they're preservative-free. And since they are preservative-free, we have to store the vaccines in refrigerators and freezers. So, if there was a vaccine out there that could possibly save your child's life, wouldn't you want them to have that? Me, being the fact that I do have two smaller boys, one 2 and one 4, I do vaccinate them just because if there is a vaccine out there that can help them stay well, then I want them to be well. Knowing all of the diseases and everything out here in the world that there is today. We have immigrants coming over that have not been vaccinated, and if they're around your children, that means that if they possibly carry a disease, that they could be passing it on to your child. But say that your child has already been vaccinated for the disease that they contain, then they are more than likely not going to receive that disease. Vaccinations begin at the age of 2 months. Ages of 2, 4, and 6 all receive the same vaccinations. They receive the Rototec, which helps the rotavirus, which is the severe diarrhea that could lead to dehydration. It's an oral vaccine. And then they receive 3 shots. The shots being the HIV vaccine, which helps from meningitis, pneumonia. It also helps with your sinuses, your bones, and your blood. The DTaP vaccine, which is a combined vaccine that helps prevent diphtheria, the tetanus, and pertussis, also known as the whooping cough. The hepatitis B vaccine, which prevents liver damage and liver cancer. The polio vaccine is given to prevent permanent paralysis. And also, a fact about the HIV vaccine is that children under the age of 5 are at greatest risk for the HIV disease. Then we move on to the vaccines you receive at 12 months. This is where vaccinating your children becomes real important. A child under the age of 12 months cannot receive the MMR, which is the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. So say that your child has the measles because they have not been vaccinated, and they come around an infant that is under the age of 12 months who is not old enough to get this vaccine. They could possibly get the measles and be admitted into the hospital along with your child and could possibly die. Also, the chickenpox vaccine, which is the Varivax, you cannot get that until the age of 12 months as well. And everybody knows chickenpox is a very contagious disease. And it is very uncomfortable, and it takes a while for you to get rid of. At 12 months, you also receive your first hepatitis A vaccine, which is a blood-borne pathogen. So, in my opinion, vaccinating your children would be the best thing to do. Everyone has their own beliefs. Of course, religion is a factor because some religions believe that vaccinating your children, you shouldn't have to. So, now in school, you have to be vaccinated. And if it is your religion or you're just opposed to it altogether, there are certain places that you can go to get a waiver that says that you do not have to have these vaccines. For instance, the health department. But honestly, most doctors' offices are opposed to that. They do not want to accept you if you do not want to vaccinate your children, and that's their right. So, in my personal opinion, you should vaccinate your children just so you don't expose others and that they have a better chance of not receiving these deadly diseases.